Hello and welcome back. This is The Sims and I'm your narrator, Jason. This is the story of Mr. Boopens. He used to live in his parents' basement until they won the lottery and kicked him out. Then they moved to their own island. Wait, fuck off. So, let's continue. Mr. Boopens has heard many good things about the alchemy station. He wishes to buy an alchemy station, except he's fucking poor. So, in the future, he will be buying one. When he starts working 6 hours. And he's still left his fucking television on. Jesus Christ. So he continues to sleep. He'll probably need some food soon. Granted, he doesn't burn down his fucking house. What can he prepare without burning the shit out of his house? Waffles? Have a great meal. Oh. Brain freeze a la mode. He could have some canned soup. Fuck off! Whatever the fuck you are, go away! Jesus Christ. Skills. No skills. He doesn't have any skills because he's fucking useless. So he still sleeps the day away. Relationships and all that shit. He's 5 hours away. Career. Alright, he's still 5 hours away. Mr. Boopens, fuck off. Mr. Boopens wakes up. He would like to buy a dartboard, but that's not going to fucking happen. Though he might visit a graveyard. Oh! Okay. Guess he's not doing anything. Turn your fucking television off, Jesus Christ. Mr. Boopens sits down to have a meal and eats his horrible canned soup. He should watch TV once he's done. Fuck off. Mr. Boopens watches television and gets his happiness up before he starts work. Mr. Boopens continues to watch television. The fat fuck. However, he is getting substantially happy before work, which you need sometimes. Work starts in 3 hours. Scrap that. Work starts in 1 hour. He continues watching television. Mr. Boopens prepares to go to work. Mr. Boopens is still preparing to go to work. Hurry the fuck up and go to work, you lazy cunt. There we go. The gang is currently working at a job in the Boopens laboratories, but they could use a little extra help. Hurry to the niggas repair and provide assistance. There's a cash bonus in it if you hurry. Objective: assist heist at the something or other laboratories before the time runs out to earn a cash bonus. Would you like to accept this opportunity? Mr. Boopens decides he does want to accept this opportunity. He will... He will accept this opportunity as it... Game, why you do... Help with the crime job. He decides he will help. Where the fuck is it? No! You are working! For fuck's sake! Go to the goddamn help with the crime job. Fucking cost you some work time, missing work. Go to work. Give us a hand. Miss work to give us a hand. Yeah, fucking stupid. Mr. Boopens goes and helps with the job by missing work. Mr. Boopens is missing work, you fucking go help with work! Mr. Boopens has performed poorly at work by leaving work early to help his co-workers perform a work duty. How the fuck does that make sense? Anyway, that is what has happened. So he has completed this work opportunity by missing work, making work unhappy with him. Fucking brilliant. And he didn't even get money out of it. Mr. Boopens returns home after a substantial bullshit day. He also wonders if perhaps this opportunity to go to work due by next work shift. But Mr. Boopens completed this, so does he have to go back to work to complete this opportunity? So, when he returns to work, they will be happy with him? I guess we will find out. Mr. Boopens. Go away! Fuck off! Mr. Boopens needs money! He can sell some plants. Mr. Boopens. Mr. Boopens is very poor. No. No. Mr. Boopens is hungry and decides to have a quick meal of canned soup once again. He sits down and eats his canned soup because he can't risk cooking. Because he is a terrible fucking cook. And last time he attempted to, he burnt the shit out of his house. He's going to... Don't you dare lick those fucking dishes again. Mr. Boopens cleans. There you go. All these dishes. Get them all. Good boy. And he... Oh, he has to hand wash them. He doesn't have a dishwasher. Ah, for... Mr. Boopens breaks his goddamn sink washing dishes. How do you break dishes? How do you break a sink washing dishes? Mr. Boopens is a fuckhead. Oh, boo-hoo. Repair the goddamn sink. Mr. Boopens tries his luck at repairing and is actually really fucking terrible at it. Mr. Boopens is not even a quarter of the way there. Mr. Boopens is getting tired. And dirty. Oh, Mr. Boopens, come on. Mr. Boopens is halfway towards repairing his sink. Mr. Boopens has almost fixed it. And made a big fucking mess in the process. Mr. Boopens got... Oh, go away, you stupid memories. Mr. Boopens has a skill now, I believe. No, he doesn't. Mr. Boopens is still rather useless, but he did fix his sink and made a dirty big puddle. So Mr. Boopens cleans up his puddle before he goes to bed. Mr. Boopens now goes to bed. Having finished cleaning up and repairing his sink, which he broke washing dishes. Mr. Boopens wakes up and goes to have a bath because he's quite a stinky fuck now. He baths and baths some more and continues to bathe until he's no longer a stinky fuck. Then he goes and has a quick meal, I suppose cereal. He decides to have some cereal and num-nums. He's made a mess, you fuck. Mr. Boopens made a mess as he hopped out of his bath. Dirty motherfucker. Where's your bathroom? There it is, toilet. Can he go to the toilet? Mr. Boopens goes to the toilet and decides if he is to perform alchemy, he's going to need things like fishies, I think. So, Mr. Boopens decides to fish just outside his house because he lives on the seaside. Mr. Boopens begins fishing. Who knows what he will catch, if anything. Mr. Boopens finally gained a skill, the first he has ever had. Nothing beats watching the sun rise over calm waters. Fishing is for Sims of great patience and determination. The water can be a cruel mistress, but with fishing rod in hand and the right attitude, any fish can be caught. I'm still fucking reading that. Fish can be sold to the supermarkets, can be used as fertilizer, cooked as a tasty meal. I thought they could be used as put anchovy in fish bowl. I thought fish could be used in alchemy. Buy a fish bowl. You're gonna need catch a goldfish. Well, goodbye. Keep fishing, you fuck.
Hey.
Mr. Boopens just caught a fish. A standard or normal anchovy. Was that one of his goals? An anchovy! All he needs is a fish bowl, and he'll be very happy. But how much is the fish bowl going to cost? Ooh. Then bait for anchovy. Does that mean he uses the anchovy as bait? Skill journal. Number of fishes caught. Fish types caught. 2%. That means there's what, like 50 types of fish? God damn. Some fish bite more often when the correct bait is attached to the lure. He wants to know how to attract anchovies. Well, maybe he'll find out. Maybe. Blah. Doobity-blah. Mr. Boopy? Jesus Christ. Mr. Boopens caught a nice anchovy this time. It is bigger than his previous anchovy, but he's also getting hungry. Let's look at his inventory. He has 2 anchovies. Very good, Mr. Boopens. You keep doing that. What is that? Collection journal. Oh, it's a collection journal. Ah. Mr. Boopens. Hello. A whole bunch of mamatorium. The fuck? I suppose Mr. Boopens should learn how to collect stones and bugs if he's going to go into alchemy. Fish are also free-eyed fish. Fish are also he's one fish he's caught. Piranha. Fish are also rather useful when it comes to alchemy, I suspect. How exactly did... What the fuck is a nanite? Futuristic nonsense. Alright. Mr. Boopens has just reached level 2 of fishies. Mr. Boopens now has a good chance of catching some different types of fish. He can now also use bait. Using bait helps capture different types of fishies. How does he figure that out? Gardening. Learn the gardening skill. He does want to learn the gardening skill. Mr. Boopens, however, still needs to eat and poop and sleep. So Mr. Boopens will have canned soup again. I'm sure Mr. Boopens is sick of canned soup. However, no, Mr. Boopens. Mr. Boopens gets feeding Jeremy. Oh, little precious Jeremy. Mr. Boopens eats his num-nums before peeing. No, God, fuck it. Use the goddamn toilet. Then Mr. Boopens goes to sleep. Mr. Boopens, you are so infuriating. Mr. Boopens clogs his goddamn toilet before going to bed to sleep again. Mr. Boopens wakes up. I said he fucking wakes up. Mr. Boopens wakes... What's going on? Get up, you lazy fuck. He would love to buy a new bed. I would love him for him to buy a new bed, but he has no money. He seems doing shit. Mr. Boopens prepares himself some num-num. Ah, Mr. Boopens, what are you doing? Mr. Boopens has the num-nums. Mr. Boopens begins to explore the world and collect an uncommon seed. He comes and finds himself an uncommon seed. He begins his exploration of the world and picking shit up. What did he find? It is leisure day! And he wants to throw a pool party. Too bad he doesn't have a pool. Or friends. Mr. Boopens then comes to the beach to pick something up. Yeah, man. There he is. Mr. Boopens wants to quit his fucking job. You lazy fuck. Pick up your goddamn seashell. Mr. Boopens found an uncommon conch shell worth $144. Mr. Boopens is having some summer fun. Summer is only precious for a few months of the year, and it's also a leisure day, so he's super happy, despite feeling jammy. So I suppose he balances out. Mr. Boopens comes to a graveyard and finds a mushroom. It's a truffle. This would make perfect alchemy ingredient. That's good, because he needs alchemy ingredients. So, while Mr. Boopens is at a graveyard. There it is, loading. With sad people. He decides to explore catacombs. Your sim enters a room with a tunnel to the left and a tunnel to the right. He decides to go to the right, because it's the right choice. Whoa, bad pun. He's quite entertained by this turn of events that he's still turning event in. She's gotta be a fucking, she has to be a werewolf or something. Look at the way she's acting. You crazy bitch. Perhaps you can, convert Mr. Boopens. Mr. Boopens being a werewolf might be very entertaining. Mr. Boopens found a lit torch a few corridors back, and it's really helping with the exploration. The only problem is that it seems to be attracting some abnormally aggressive moths, but that cannot be helped. That's weird. Your sim enters a large cavern with a clear, refreshing pool of water on one side, and a path that descends deeper into the catacombs on the other side. Does he descend on foot, or does he swim? Both sound physically exerting, so he descends on foot and travels deeper into the catacombs. He's having a blast. You weird motherfucker. But hey, you find something good. Catacomb spelunking is a long celebrated tradition that typically results in shoddy finds. Luckily for Mr. Boopens, a case of the red bicycle was just found. What the fuck is the red bicycle? It's a book. He found a book. Weird fuck.
Segnavi chogo.
Mr. Boopens didn't see it coming, but he was mauled by a bear? This is a painful memory from to prevent him from ever going near a Muslim again. What the shit? Mauled by a bear? Ah. Mr. Boopens should have paid closer attention to the growls emanating from the fucking bear. Having exited the mausoleum in disaster after being mauled by a bear, Mr. Boopens sees this really obviously a werewolf, the way she's chewing on the bench. So he decides to compliment her fur. He's quite in ruins after his mauling. And he compliments her fur.
Avocably de bon. Look at it.
Then he decides to talk about his favorite TV show. Bitch, get back here. Oh, woman.
Boopens! Abaji. Yort. Deep Torby Gret. Astipo.
Wow. Very well. He decides to ask to be a werewolf. Mr. Boopens thinks being a werewolf would be cool. So he decides to ask her, hey, would you bite me?
Poragev. Extra.
She's yawning at him. Oh, she doesn't want to share the werewolf curse. You rude bitch. Maybe it's because he stinks. So he decides to get to know her.
Ubigab. Munch to
Oh,
lurb.
she thinks he's being
boring.
boring. He's just trying to get to know her. He decides to tell a funny story. Fucking bite him, you bitch.
Yasuni who? M super galley
Come. He plays fetch with her.
Bulas a
Decides he's going to play fetch with her.
Esh du pop zu pop to one. Dadne?
Bepto garnish. Fin plots to
Horn ton.
Oh, he's... Here we go. Here we go. He decides to play fetch with her. Because she's part dog. This might be insulting. Get your stick. Go. Fetch. Wow. That's gotta be insulting. But she seems to be enjoying it.
Barbie, your love so much.
And it's still going. Mr. Boopens continues to play fetch with this lady. Wow. Mr. Boopens decides to rub her belly. Wow. Oh, I even got the leg going. Wow. That's kind of messed up.
Oh, nag.
Mr. Boopens, at his first kiss. After a romantic kiss, Mr. Boopens asks if she will make him a werewolf. She agrees and munches on him. There now. Mr. Boopens received an unpleasant bite from a werewolf. Suddenly he feels different, definitely more powerful. Almost as if there's a big hairy beast waiting to come out. Lobita has spread the werewolf curse by biting Mr. Boopens. He is now a werewolf.